Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth, Geis, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Good, man. I'm coming to you from the Great White North unofficial Diesel Studio up here in Calgary, Alberta. It's unofficial, but it's still
Coming
the
from
Diesel
the
Studio.
unofficial
It's going to be a
Diesel
lot less official after
relocated
this review.
studios.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So today we are talking about the Diesel Crucible. This is apparently a limited edition cigar, as it says on the footband, but Toro 6-inch by 52 comes out of the Tabacalera AJ Fernandez factory in Nicaragua. Wrappers Ecuadorian Habano, binders from Nicaragua, filters from Nicaragua and Honduras. Blended by AJ Fernandez. Price point is $9.99, and the cigar was released in April of 2021. So with all that out of the way, Jiunn, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
It was average. It was very AJ with a little bit of nuance here and there. So um, lots and lots of stinging white pepper. But I also had this like consistent Chinese spice note that I really enjoyed. Um, so that gives it that extra little flair, I guess. That kind of takes it away from being pure like AJ style that I've kind of accustomed to know. But it was so I actually have some of the old crucibles, and I bought them back in the day. Why did I buy it back in the day? Because it just looked cool. Because it had that like presentation thing. It had that silvery-ish band, right? But this one just looks like the modern 2021 version. Um, but yeah, I mean, in terms of overall flavors, like this is really not much different than what you get out of most of kind of like the AJ Earth Spice kind of a formula. Um, Not really my thing, man. Still not really my thing, AJ. Thank you, Justin, for another one.
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
I mean, Justin's a great guy. What do you want me to say? No, it was really Diesel and AJ, and you could get that Ecuadorian Habano and that strong Nicaraguan tobacco, and I was getting a lot of pepper spices. I was getting Asian spices, um, cinnamon, leather. I was getting some mineral qualities. Hold on just one second. I lost where I was. Yeah, the burn and draw was amazing. Medium full to full cigar. Yeah, I mean it was a decent offering. It kind of was a classic Diesel offering though too.
All right, John, what were your thoughts?
I'm not sure it was a classic Diesel offering, but we'll get into that. I didn't get stinging white pepper. I got stinging black pepper though, and it was blasty. It was very punchy, which did remind me of classic Diesels that were very very peppery and punchy. And then the profile was just kind of settled into a dry leather earth. Um, and really, my experience in the first third I just felt like it was very muted, lacking depth. There was a little creaminess that gave me a little bit of a break from the dry and leather earth. And then the black pepper, pardon me, kind of dropped down in strength, but it's still pretty forward. Second, third, more of the same, light plus leather, black pepper, some baking spices, but kind of run over. And then the second, third ended up being kind of a mild dry wood leather combination. So again, kind of really lacking depth. And then again, consistency. The last third, very dry wood, mustiness, earthy in the post draw. So the profile for me wasn't particularly engaging. It wasn't bad, just didn't really blow my skirt up. Draw was perfect. I smoked two of these, pardon me, the burn was perfect. I smoked two of these, and burn was no intervention required on both, which I think I screwed up in my scoring. So we'll fix that. And then on the draw, slightly resistant, so 1.5 to 2 notches, earning it a very good. And both of them smoked exactly the same way, exactly the same profile, so very, very consistent. So overall, like smack dab average for me in terms of flavor profile. Aaron, what about you?
To me, the cigar seemed a bit young. The pepper started with kind of bright. I had a little bit of light bitterness that ran through the profile and built up in the final third. Construction was great. Really just allowed me to focus on the flavors. I just thought the cigar was average throughout, then dropped down a level in the final third as that bitterness and toast levels increased. Not a great experience, and I don't really see myself coming back to this cigar. So, all right. Let's get into the scores. Going to start at the top with Jiunn and Seth, both scoring at 6.10. John's updated score is 5.60, and I gave it a 5.30. So, Jiunn, how'd that 6.1 match up for you? You gotta unmute yourself.
Speechless.
Rookie.
What kind of
Rookie.
Sorry. Sorry. Had a fart. So yeah, I really did have a fart. It's fucking whey protein shakes, I tell you.
Was that really
It-
just
it
fart
was-
noise that I just heard?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
No, that was John.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I was
I'm
throwing
not
the
that
effects
much
in.
of a savage.
I'm like, whoa.
The farting on camera is for OnlyFans. Hello, jeez, come on now.
Slap
you
that
guys.
link and slap that subscribe button.
Anyways, back to the cigar. It was average. It tasted like another AJ kind of ish cigar. What might be interesting is I actually lit up an old Crucible after that, and that old Crucible basically lost flavor. So I pitched it halfway through, basically. So if you have any of the old Crucibles, sell it for maybe a profit, or just smoke them.
All right, Seth, yeah, 6.1 also.
Yeah, you know, John's absolutely right, because I said it smoked like an old classic diesel, and it doesn't. I was actually thinking about something completely different, which is another AJ blend, and it's kind of embarrassing. Remind me of the Man of War Ruination.
Bingo. There it is.
Ruination. Oh my gosh, I haven't
Yeah.
thought about
That's
that in a
why,
long
and
time.
I was
Smoked
like,
exactly like the old Ruinations.
okay, thanks, man. I wasn't
Ah.
when I
Justin probably went up to AJ and be like, "Oh, do you remember Ruination?" AJ's like, "Yeah, I have more. You want him?" And Justin's like, "Yeah."
but yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
All right, John, 5.6.
What can I say, man? Just didn't like. I come from the old. I smoked so many diesels back in the day. That was like my mainstay. And I think for me, what was lacking is it just didn't have that sort of sweetness to balance out the leather, and the pepper was a little. Even for me, it was a little intense. That being said, I think the packaging's nice, and frankly, I think it might fall right into the wheelhouse for a lot of diesel smokers. So I think I'm just the outlier here. Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah, my 5.3 matches up well. Below average flavor profile, really good construction. Gets it into those low fives, but I don't know, man. Just keep going back to the diesel well, and I'm not seeing any performance. So we'll keep going though, plugging away.
These have done well at Phil's.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, they're a good-looking cigar. That band,
de-
the
the de-
presentation's nice.
So what does the customers think that's smoked it there?
The guys I know who smoke diesel there, they really like it.
There you go.
Nice.
So, big hit with the diesel brand.
That's right.
What more can you want, man?
And there's also, yeah. Once you hang around a store long enough, also, especially when you get reps, you also start building these. You kind of have these close relationships with reps, and you kind of feel closer with reps than you do with there's no one. My shop they could tell you who the Davidoff rep is, and they could be close with that, but they wouldn't know anyone else with Davidoff.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of get loyal to the brands, but at the same time, you start to like that stuff. So like, Justin's been around there for a long time, just from previous stuff. So people kind of now go with the diesel stuff, and they know Justin, and they like if they want something really strong in Nicaraguan, this is what they'll go for.
No, I mean, I think people should smoke the tobacco, not the brand, not the personalities.
I mean, we all do it though. Even you and
I'm kidding.
even
I'm
we
kidding.
do it. I mean, we do it probably more than. I mean, listen, we've hung out with a lot of brands, but it's not what I smoke on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. If you just catch
Is
this
Diesel,
video,
oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Is
Go ahead.
Diesel specifically partnering only exclusively with AJ for all Diesel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty much AJ's thing,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
So.
Diesel and AJ are
Gotcha.
kind of.
Well,
Yeah.
like Aaron said, we'll keep plugging away.
Yeah. I'm curious about that Disciple Lancero, the TAA, but it's TAA, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know, I get burned again, but hey.
Mm.
All right, if you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Diesel.